Welcome back to RuneScape League's Catalyst. Wilderness events continue. At least for a little bit more here. More things we want to get from these. Once this finishes up, we'll grab experience in magic. There is 50 million magic XP, 200 points. Now we will be putting these into ranged XP. Should be just about enough to finish that off. Melee, we can just fight stuff. That'll be fine. Went and did back-to-back Reaper tasks. Vindicta and Gorvik. Got some more kills, still working towards 100 for a task. But I did get a Dragon Rider Lance, so we're gonna equip that for 80 points. Lance is not very good, since it's only level 80 damage. The whole shtick of it is that it has higher accuracy, which we don't need. That's alright. Also got some more dormant pieces and crests, which also don't need because that's melee armor for this. So, that's something. Back to just going down the list of different skills here. Let's do some cooking tasks. Gonna make a stew for 30 points. And a pineapple pizza for 30 points. Starting off very medium tasks here. There's 30 points for making all of the gnome cocktails. A lot of ingredients go into all these. I have 3 more in the bank we made, my goodness. Can just buy everything from Hecklefunch though, so that's okay. Next up, we got a lot of pie-related content in the cooking guild here. 200 points for baking a summer pie from scratch. Had to go make a watermelon, had a strawberry, grab a cooking apple, make the shell here too. Then we also make a wild pie here, and give that to this guy. Would you like a pie? Yes, this is a pie for you. For 80 points. Amazing. The remaining cooking-related tasks are 2 high-level necromancy things because of the pie requirement, and 50 million cooking XP, which we could get with a bunch of wines and stuff. Technically an option, but not for right now. Thieving is next. Because why not? Steal from the lamp stall in Menaphos. 30 points. And then it's right across the river to Sophanim to do a whole bunch of pyramid plunder. Gilded chests in rooms that we haven't been to before. Really do not worry about pyramid plunder as a training method at all. Room 5 there was whopping 30 points. That's alright. Click boxes here, correct? Let me go deeper in here. Search the grand golden chest in room 6. It's also whopping 30 points. In terms of actually getting points and finishing things, going through all these mediums is probably not the best way. But they're all easy enough. Get them off the list, I guess. As we get deeper in here, in theory, there should be more points to be had. Like here in room 7, where when we open up this, we get 80 points. That's better. Or something. And then, room number 8. I'm putting up just everything here, I guess. Another 80 points. These required for anything? Any other tasks? Just opening stuff. We don't really have anything in particular. That's a completely different achievement. Like desert something. There's some problems in the desert diary. You're probably not gonna mess with. Anyways, that is all we're gonna get here. There's 200 points for having 4 elven clans suspect us of thieving at the same time. very doable by going around and getting 2 out of 3 strikes and then going back to all 4 of them. 200 points. Not bad. And then it's right back down to a medium task. Stealing from... Fishstone? Let's like steal. Move. Out of the way. Is it from the other one? Come on. I see you, fishmonger. I don't care. 30 points. Also, a area task achievement business. Okay. Juno. And then the last thieving tasks are incredibly rare things and quest locked thing. So we're probably not going to get to those right now, if ever. One of them is to go steal a bullseye lantern from a cave goblin. But we got this from the Lorehound instead. And then immediately turned it into a sapphire lantern for Cheers of Gothics. Never bothered to light the bullseye lantern. We can do that for 30 points. Without thieving. Also completely unrelated, here is full Larupia for 30 points. And a Defender for 30 points. Just had those in the bank. Rune crafting tasks. A whole bunch of stuff we haven't made before, like Cosmic Runes. There is 50 Cosmic Runes for 30 points. 50 Death Runes for 30 points. If this actually required you to go do the entire Elven line up to Morning's End Part 2 and get into the Death Altar, that'd probably be worth more, but that quest was auto-completed. 50 Astral Runes, also 30 points. Multiple runes do in fact count for the craft runes tasks. There's 20,000, a lot of air runes done. 80 points. The remaining rune crafting related tasks are 110, 50 mil. See if we get to that. And then a whole bunch of archaeology and a super crazy one. So, that's done. Construction. Move our house to Prifdinous for 30 points. And then head on in building mode here. Our fantastic house here. We're gonna build a chapel. Build it anywhere. Doesn't matter. We just need the room for building in the altar space here. A gilded altar for 80 points. And then, let's pop outside the portal, right where we need to be. Trade. Get some magic stones. Get some more magic stones. Go back inside the house portal. In building mode. Make another room. And this time we need... Scroll down. Tiny interface. A throne room. Build it. Cost some money. Doesn't matter. We have infinite money. Build a demonic throne. That's 200 points. Would in theory be slightly expensive if we didn't have infinite money. There we go. Next construction tasks. We're going to need us to go to Fort Fornithry. Been building a whole bunch of buildings, upgrading them. Got a lot of logs, made a lot of planks, turned them into the frames and made some walls with all the stone bricks from Bill. There is Workshop, Tier 3, 80 points. Fair bit of construction experience for doing all this, but we could have better options. Mostly just doing this for the tasks and stuff. We have a whole bunch more frames in here, including 70 elder frames. And that is 840 elder logs that we chopped for that. But in order to make use of these and complete the tasks, we need to do some quests here. There's murder on the border. Very easy to go through a murder mystery when you know exactly where you need to click and everything you need to do. Get some construction XP. Put this into rune crafting, I guess. 48,000 XP is not very much. Alright. One more. And unwelcome guests. We get the Raptor as the Slayer Master. Crypt North. What we care about is the guardhouse here. And we just need to upgrade it. Twice. 200 points for guardhouse tier 3. For all the work that took, getting all the logs and making all the parts and everything, that was really not a lot of construction XP. 200 points though, I guess. One more construction thing to do. Here's a mahogany eagle lectern. Make a Catherby teleport. Requires lunar diplomacy. 80 points. We go with Catherby. We have a literal lodestone there too, so yeah. The rest of the construction tasks are parts of the big archaeology tasks, or bits of more farming breeding tasks, or really not really worth doing stuff. Really rare 0.1% kind of business. So we're not going to be worrying about those right now. And there is a way to get some more construction XP for the 50 mil task. Getting a whole bunch of marble blocks or something. Or try to make more of the fort stuff with like magic logs, since we have a lot of those. Or we could just go to the Dream of Aya. Do it all AFK. That's easier. Next skill, smithing. First up, doing some corrupted ore here. Get 100 of them. That's enough to go talk to Nature Hern. Got these from somewhere. Didn't mind the Saren Stones though. That was unnecessary. Do that, get 200 points. And a smithing XP lamp for 800,000 XP. Not bad. Smelting a Necronium bar in the city of very undead and all spooky and everything. 80 points for 1 bar. Here's a Bane two-handed sword. Upgrade to +4 in Releka. That is 80 points. We're gonna go ahead and make this a Dragon Bane two-handed sword with our Draconic Visages that we got. Gonna find some dragons later. That's the idea, at least. No task for making this. Just want to have it. Got a free attuned crystal weapon seed here for completing the elf task set. Didn't do that. Anyways, Lady Ithel, anything I can do for you? Give you some magic stuff, some crystal bows and things. Trade it in, cost a mil, basically free. Show all the crystally bits. Yeah, it should be good. Does this have charges? I accidentally use this. We will reset the crystal staff here, I guess. We can use that. Revert. And take a crystal weapon seed. Because I have a bunch of them. Make a crystal staff. We didn't need 3, but sure. I'm not too worried about it. I can do for you. Crystal staff. Lamp. And 200 points. Just for turning in some stuff. Quickly blasted through the Dwarf Cannon quest. To make some cannonballs. Import Fast Madness. Plus 30 points. We technically already had the cannon mold on the tool belt, but the reward for finishing the quest is to be able to make cannonballs, so that was necessary. Another task we could do would be making a God Sword, but we don't have all the God Sword shards because they weren't made more common. Other things include high-level boss weapons we don't have, the 110 and 50 mil that we're going to get with probably the sprinklers, I guess. easy enough. And some very high level other things that are super not doable. That's it for smithing then. Let's go do some Slayer now. We got most of our experience from Shattered Worlds, so doing the Slayer tasks is actually a work in progress here. Just getting them from Jacqueline. There's 200 points for 50 Slayer tasks. Also getting some Slayer points for other things, and skipping tasks and stuff. Oh yeah, we're at 36 task streak and 50 tasks, so work in progress. There's 50 tasks in a row with the multipliers and the multipliers on the multipliers. That was 1,650 Slayer points. So that's pretty wild. There's 80 points for 500 corrupted creatures or soul devourers. Specifically selected these tasks for the 10th tasks in order to get this task complete for this task. That's enough of that now. Let's search our treasure chest. Look at all of our loot. That's 500 kills worth of something, I guess. But we also did get some of the keys. So let's go use one. I'm sure this is going to be a totally fair fight. Got our overload going. Why not? Use a key. Here's the Magister. Hi. You can challenge me? Yeah, I do. What kind of attacks do you use? Swing, 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 swing. Some magic. Protect from magic. Protect from all the magic. It's kind of a whole thing here. It allows me to live. Mop. Mop. Move it. Doing stuff. I'm doing stuff. Gonna zerk, cause why not? Got a soul obelisk happening over there. Dodge this. Did I dodge it? No. I'll just heal all that damage back. Ain't that something? He's poisoned. I'll have to feed him. He's doing something else with another obelisk over there. Our stats kind of drained a little bit. Also just kind of not caring about it. We win. That was 80 points for doing that. A combat task or something. We did something. Got some water talismans. The only other league task for this is 50 kills. And we got 9 keys in 500. So that's not happening. Still a few other Slayer things we could do though. Let's do that instead. Just need to slay this terrifying rat here. 200 points for 75 Slayer tasks. That's pretty good. Very easy when you just go and do a whole bunch of really, really low-level Slayer tasks. Also went and killed some dark beasts. Felt like even if the drop was more common, it was even more common. Because here is a dark bow for 80 points. Had to slay a mammoth way back earlier. Finally took the Slayer Tusk, the Mammoth Tusk, to make a Pack Mammoth. That is 200 points. And then let's pop over to a dungeon. The Slayer Tower. In here. There's lots of places in here. Mauritania Slayer Tower. There you go. 100 dungeoneering right here. Gets us into the mysterious entrance. Ooh, so mysterious. That's 200 points. We're just coming on down in here. It's definitely a spot. I want to fight some abyssal demons or some dark beasts or something. Fought the dark beasts in 403 in order to do this, but still. With that, most of the remaining Slayer task related things, well, the Slayer tasks are done at 75. Most of the Slayer League tasks remaining are related to getting the Slayer helmet, which requires some quests, and Big Game Hunter. There's still one more we could do. We can get one thing that would help with that first, though. We already had 400 of the codex pages from earlier agility stuff. Let's just finish that up. Make a untradeable double surge. Much better than double escape. My goodness. 500 codex pages. Double surge. Make it. And then activate it. 200 points. Which is also nice. With this, we can now do just so much movement stuff. Go here, and then 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 go here. Yes. It's available, and then it's available again. It's up and down, and up and down, and up and around. Crazy stuff. Especially since we have mobile, too. It's pretty great. Running all over. Shattered worlds here. Here's some huge Slayer XP lamps. They're 1.6 million XP each. Ain't that something? Very, very quick. Especially if we can get it in only 2 worlds. 200 points. 120 Slayer. Ain't that something? You also have enough points to buy Bladed Dive, but then that makes it target things and isn't really great. So we're going to save that for at the end here. Yeah, 120 Slayer. Definitely done. Now let's do one more set of things. We've got some magic to do. A lot of different spells we can cast. A lot of different things. Crumble Undead. Yeah. It's 200 points. Somehow. Needs a time rune, I guess. Easily done. 30 points for the Claws of Guthix special attack. We might need to technically unlock this in here if we wanted to do it outside, but we don't. Out in the desert, cast in Ice Barrage. Oh, I'll just cast it. There you go. Yeah, 200 points. Switching spellbooks constantly with the Magic Cape. Here is Moon Clan Teleport for 30 points. I'm gonna do a spellbook swap to standard. That's 200 points. Fertile Soil can be weird with the farming relic. We can use it somewhere we've never used before. 80 points. 50 Azure Skill Champas caught for 80 points. That's not actually what we're going for here. We're doing apparently 3 tasks at the same time, essentially. We're just here catching all these chin champas. Well, skill champas. I don't really use skill champas for anything. At any rate, we're using Trap Telekinesis, which is definitely something here. There is 80 points for 1,000 hunter creatures. For a lot of those, just went in AFK'd Charming Moths, but that is the hunter tasks done here. We are gonna worry about that later. We're just here for the Trap Telekinesis part, which for whatever reason is not really shown as making progress, unlike a lot of the other tasks. It's definitely in here though. Definitely a thing. Don't worry about it. There it is. 25 times, 200 points. Magic is what we're actually trying to do here. And lastly, equip the Ivan Staff. I have to go and get this from the Disciples of Ivan and repair it for 30 points. The rest of the magic things are more equip various drops and do bosses and stuff. Stuff we're going to worry about later here. We're up to 58,940 points. So we're definitely getting close to Dragon here. Maybe we can hunt that down next time. Goodbye.